Hello, welcome to SETS Chemistry. Chapter name is mole concept and topic name is n factor of the basis. Dear friends, n factor is calculated to obtain equivalent weight of acids, bases and salts. In this video we are showing you that how to calculate the n factor of bases. The n factor of a base is also called as acidity. Now, n factor or acidity. Dear friends, let us clear that n factor of base is called as acidity, and there are two definitions to make it understand. Definition number 1. It is the number of mole of OH minus ions which are given by the 1 mole of base in a chemical reaction. Definition number 2. It is the number of mole of H plus ions taken up by the 1 mole of base in a chemical reaction. Dear friends, it is very important to note that n factor is a variable quantity and it changes as per the chemical reaction. It means that the same base or a compound may have different n factor depending on different chemical reaction. Now let us understand definition number 1, that is OH minus donation in the reaction. We have taken 4 different examples. Now let us understand the example number 1. In the example number 1, you can see that NaOH gets converted to Na plus and OH minus in aqueous solution, and therefore the n factor or acidity is 1 as only one OH minus is donated by the 1 mole of NaOH. Example number 2. Calcium hydroxide gives calcium ion and 2 OH minus ions. The n factor or acidity is 2 as 2 OH minus ions are donated by 1 mole of calcium hydroxide. Example number 3. Aluminium hydroxide gets converted to aluminium 3 plus ion and 3 OH minus ions. The n factor or the acidity of this compound will be 3 as 3 OH minus ions are donated by the 1 mole of aluminium hydroxide. And the last example which we have taken, that is NH4OH. When it is placed in water, it forms two ions, that is NH4 plus and OH minus, and therefore the n factor will become 1 as only one OH minus ion is donated in the reaction. Now let us understand the definition number 2. Definition number 2 is the definition which suggests that H plus ion acceptance in the reaction. Now we have taken the example number 1, that is NaOH reacts with the HCl. You can see in the reaction that 1 mole of NaOH is reacted with 1 mole of HCl to form 1 mole of NaCl and 1 mole of water. Dear friends, n factor or acidity in this reaction is 1 as 1 mole NaOH has taken up by the 1 mole of H plus from the 1 mole of HCl. Let us take example number 2 to make this definition more clear. Here 2 mole of NaOH is reacted with the 1 mole of sulfuric acid to give 1 mole of sodium sulfate salt and 2 mole of water. Dear friends, let us clear that n factor can only be calculated for 1 mole of a compound, and therefore the n factor or the acidity here is 1 as 2 moles of NaOH has taken up 2 mole of H plus from 1 mole of H2SO4. Means 2 mole of NaOH taken up 2 mole of H plus, it means 1 mole of NaOH is taken up only 1 mole of H plus, and therefore n factor comes to 1. Recalling that n factor is calculated for 1 mole of compound only. Now, after understanding the n factor, you can calculate the equivalent mass of the bases. To make yourself master, you can solve single page practice sheet which is given on the description page of this video. You can subscribe this channel to get more such kind of interesting short concepts. Thank you. We love to educate.